EngLand is divided central and north by the Pennines, a low mountain range that stretches for almost 250 miles, from Birmingham's north into the Sherwood Hills on the Scottish border, in the far northwest corner of the country, within the Lake District. The highest point in the country, Scafield Pike, stands at 978 miles. With a few exceptions, the balance of EngLand's lands, central and south, is a series of rolling hills, punctuated by undulating lowland and flat. In the east-central regions of the country, the fens or fenceland is an area of flat, low-lying marshland drained for agricultural use. The lowest point in the country is found there at 4 meters below sea level. In the southeast, Clark Cliffs show the light fronts of the Dover coastline and most of Dorset countries. From there, west to Brighton and beyond, Sandy Beach line the English Channel in the far southwest as land ends, Laggett, Cliff and Jagged Rock Glit. Atlantic Ocean, where some of the largest rivers in EngLand include the Out, Thames, Trent, Tweed and Severn.
To be punctuating, British people pay considerable value on punctuality. They are really time conscious. If you are unable to keep an appointment, it is important that you call the person you are meeting. Some general tips follow. Do drive on the left side of the road. Do give a 10 to 15% tip if it is not included in the bills. Gratuity is usually included in restaurant bills. Do it with fork in the left hand and the knife in the right. The British pay much attention to good table manners. Even young children are expected to eat properly with knife and fork.
What you want to do is you want to hold your knife this way and your fork this way. Now it does take some getting used to. I am married to a British man, so I have learned this completely by association. So we go in this way and we cut this way. We never take our hand off the fork and the knife, because what we do is we begin to pile the food up on top of the fork. So if you like having all the different pieces of your meal on one fork, then you go and you eat this way. But this way, this knife continues in action to move off skin, to move off bones, and you're kind of still moving in that direction. But you're still able to eat gently and in proper etiquette. So I love this way. I find it easier, I find it functional, and it is absolutely, I'm guilty by association. So you can do this. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but if you want to pull out all your manners and you want to show off a little bit, then you're going to hold your knife this way and your fork this way, and you're going to cut and then you're going to pile. Or you can just take one little piece of food, eat it, go back, eat it. Okay, so that's the difference between the American way and the British way. Now, one little trick. If you're not done eating, then what you want to do is you want to lay your fork and knife either this way on your plate or this way on your plate. If your server knows proper etiquette, he will know that whenever you're done eating, you're telling your server that you're done eating by placing your fork and your knife at 10 and 4. 10 o'clock, if the plate is a clock, you're going to do 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. That tells your server that you are done eating. You can lay your fork that way, or you can lay it face down.
Do wait until your host starts eating or educate. You should do not eat if you are aggressive. It is impolite to start eating before everyone has been served, unless your host says that you do not need to wait. Do start on the right hand side of an accelerator while toggling on the tube so that author can pass over from left hand side.
Do not are personal or intimate.
questions such as how much do you earn, how much do you weigh, or why are not you married? Respect others' privacy. Do not reach over someone paying for something for the item to be present. Do not trade food from your neighbor. Plan. Never pick food out of your trees with your fingernails. Do not talk wrong in public. When in Scotland, make efforts to speak your loud, moderate tone of voice. Talking wrongly in public is sometimes considered offensive and embarrassing. Do not stray privacy is highly regarded in the UK. It is impolite to stare at everyone in public. Do not chew with your mouth open. No one wants to see food being chewed or hearing it being shown on. It is impolite to have your elbow on the table while you are eating. Extreme sport of England. First of all, the Cooper Hill May Bank Holiday Cheese Rowing is so risky that champions have set a ban on the 15th century era. That's perhaps not surprising. The rowing takes place on the grassy sea with a period of 1 to 3 days. Down with dozens of contestants, she's 9 pounds, double graces the chase. The chase, which is giving a 1-second head start on the runners, can reach speeds of over 70 miles an hour and pose a serious threat to all like if it's bout of cars. However, the most which are the chasers into suspend and fracture as they hunt to tower impressions. Everyone is aiming to catch the shares, but fail to do so. The winner is simply the first person to the foot of the hill. Thanks to increased publicity in recent years, not straight after the 1993 she's rowing, during which 15 people were injured. The event has become popular with entering hunters from across the world. The Cooper's Hill She's Rowing event takes place every year on Spring Bank Holiday.
Famous sightseeing. Stonehenge, 10th mile north of Salisbury on Salisbury Plain, is Europe's best known prehistoric monument. The site is so popular that visitors need to purchase a time ticket in advance to guarantee entry. Exhibition at the EngLand Visitor Center set the stage for a visit, expanding through audio-visual experience and more than 250 ancient objects, how the megaliths were erected, and telling about life when they were placed here, between 3000 and 1500 BC. After walking around the enormous stone, visit the authentic replicas of Neolithic house to see the true and implement of everyday Neolithic life, as volunteers demonstrate skill from 4,500 years ago. Although you can't go inside the circle to wander among the stones during normal opening hour, you can reserve special early morning and late evening access to the circle through English Heritage, which manage the site.
EngLand Academy is one of the most powerful in Europe and possesses a workforce of around 32 million people. The country's unemployment rate currently stands at relatively low 4%, and the graduate labor market remains robust and by some measure is as strong as it has been for some time. Competition for graduate jobs is fine, but candidates with the right qualification, skill, and experience stand a good chance of employment. The service sector dominates EngLand Academy, with banking, insurance business service all key drivers of the country's growth.
Other important industries include metal, chemical, food processing, and clothing. Design. The art. England is highly globalist, which means that the job market is competitive. Major industries in England include accounting, banking and finance, education, engineering, healthcare, marketing,